Welcome to our first episode on how to apply Feng Shui in simple ways to bring you some peace, calm, and vitality in your life. I thought for the first episode we should talk about energy and vitality because Feng Shui really is all about energy. The words Feng Shui mean wind and water. And this refers to air and water, which are the two forms of energy in the physical world that we need in order to survive. We won't live without air and we won't live without water. But we need the air and the water to be clean, fresh, vibrant, and alive. In Feng Shui, what we pay attention to is the quality of energy, which is called qi, which is found in both air and water and is found in everything in the physical world. And in Feng Shui, what we aim to do is to stimulate, to attract, stimulate, and collect and distribute that qi energy so that whoever is in that physical space has that sense of vibrancy and aliveness. And so there are a lot of really simple things that you can do in your home environment that are going to stimulate qi that is nurturing. You don't have to worry so much about the compass directions or what area of the home so much with these hints here. You just want to apply these simple suggestions throughout the home to bring the entire home into more alignment with more vitality and energy. One of the primary things that I like to do is bring nature into the home. And this is because our bodies come from nature. And yet we live in man-made environments, so we're cut off from the elements. We're cut off from natural light and natural air and the plants and all of these things that we find in the outer world. And of course, it's wonderful to be protected from the rain and the snow and the wind and harsh temperatures. But we're also cut off from the enlivening things in the natural world. So we need to bring certain elements of nature and the natural world into our homes. Plants are a wonderful way to do it because everybody loves to look at plants, flowers, they make us feel good. They produce oxygen, which of course is going to be great qi because it is producing the air that we need. They use water. So there's a wonderful exchange of energy and vibrancy that comes from plants. Now, if you tend to kill plants really easily, just get some fresh flowers every week, get a variety of colors. That's really going to be enlivening. And color is actually the next important hint. The natural world is filled with color. But people, when they're designing their homes, they often choose a fairly restricted palette. Now, your home doesn't need to look like an iridescent rainbow and have every single color everywhere and be super bright. But it is important to have a variety of colors so that in a sense you're opening up your emotional framework and the capacity for creativity and individuality of expression. So it might just be in a piece of artwork that you have a variety of colors. It could be the flowers. You might have different colored cushions or pieces in different rooms, but just making sure that you have color that stimulates your emotions. Think about when you were a child and how much you used to love drawing with colored pens or crayons. Having some of those colors in your home really refreshes your creativity and your spirit. Light is really important as well. And in nature, the light is changing all the time. And so in man-made environments, we need to be very careful of the quality of light so that it's really enhancing. It's wonderful if you have dimmer switches so that you can subtly adjust the quality of light. And it's best to avoid fluorescent light. Fluorescent light doesn't cast a shadow, so it actually limits your depth perception, and it limits, I think, elements of your consciousness that see the connectivity between different things. Candles are fantastic because they flicker and move. And you can even buy electric candles or battery-powered candles where the quality of light is glowing. And I use these every day in my home, and it's wonderful. It creates a very warm atmosphere. Also, smell. Now, there's going to be some kind of smell in your home, so you might as well make it a pleasant one. Please don't use chemicals. For cleaning, if you do, that's one thing. But for aroma, If you have a natural essential oil that you can spray or an aroma diffuser, something like that is wonderful for enhancing your senses. So everything I've been talking about so far has been appealing to the senses. What we see, what we touch, smell, anything that brings life and vitality and variety is really going to help enhance the energy of your space and therefore enhance the energy of anybody who's living there. My power hint is to pay special attention to the corners. Now, I was just saying that things in nature change, things in the outer world change. But straight lines, we actually don't find in nature. The issue with straight lines is they continue for a long time. And so when we see in the home a corner, which is where 3 straight lines intersect, you'll notice that's where dust tends to accumulate. And if you don't have anything in the corner, your dirty laundry or some other clutter might accumulate there as well. So it's really important to be preemptive and proactive in enlivening your corners. In each room, as long as there's not a door there, you should have a lamp or something soft or a stereo system or an aromatherapy diffuser or a plant or something that creates life and uplifts the energy in the corner. I had a student once who said she liked to keep her corners very clean, as she thought it was. And she decided to try in the week between classes, and she decorated 2 of her corners. She put a plant in one and a lamp in the other. And she noticed that she felt less edgy, she was less argumentative, she was much gentler in her overall demeanor. And this is really consistent with the fact that she's cutting those hard, harsh lines from the corner. And she's bringing herself more in touch with that natural flexibility that energy can have when it's not going in a straight line. So please pay attention to your corners. Do your best to bring nature, color, light, beautiful smells into your home. And movement is something else, because in nature things are moving. So you might have seen this little guy in a lot of restaurants or shops, and this wavy cat seems to be really quite amazing in terms of its capacity to attract wealth. I've seen it used very successfully, and in fact, I've got an amazing story of somebody who didn't believe in Feng Shui at all, but experienced so much benefit with this cat that he threatened to hurt anybody who took his cat away. So tune in next week, and I'll explain how this cat and many other things can help support your wealth. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week.